Hi, everyone. Today we're going to explore a really interesting part of English, words that begin with the prefix be. It's a small prefix, but it's very powerful. Now, this prefix comes from Old English, and you'll often see be words appear on tests like the SAT, TOEFL, and GRE. For instance, words like bemoan and beset often show up on the TOEFL, while benighted, besotted, and bespoke are more likely to appear on the GRE. At first, be words can be a little puzzling. You might already know the words that come after the prefix, like moan, set, or spoke, but once that prefix be gets added, the meaning suddenly changes. So how does that happen? What does be actually do? That's what we're going to figure out today. And once you understand how be works, you'll find it so much easier to guess meanings and remember new vocabulary. Now, let's just step back in time a bit. In Old English, the prefix be was incredibly flexible. It was everywhere. During the Old and Middle English periods, be was one of the most productive prefixes in the language. It could attach to nouns, adjectives, and even other verbs to make new words. Sometimes it meant to make or to cause to be. Other times it meant to remove. And when it was added to a verb, it often gave that verb a sense of intensity or completeness. Let's look at each pattern more closely.
Turning nouns or adjectives into verbs. First, the prefix be often transforms a noun or adjective into a verb. It can do this in two ways. Sometimes it gives an active sense, meaning to make or cause something to be, and sometimes it gives a passive or removal sense, meaning to deprive or take away something. Let's look at a few examples. In the active sense, be means to make or cause to be. For instance, befriend means to make someone a friend. So here, friend is just a noun, but befriend becomes an action to turn someone into a friend. Belittle means to make something seem smaller or less important. It's not about being little, it's about making something little. Benighted means to make or render dark or ignorant. Literally, it means to covered in night, but we use it figuratively to describe someone unenlightened or unaware. Now, in the passive or removal sense, be means to take something away. Behead means to remove the head. The word head itself just names a part of the body, but behead turns it into an action, a rather grim one, to cut off the head. Bereft, from bereave, means to be deprived or robbed of something valuable. If someone is bereft of hope, it means hope has been taken away, and sadness remains. Now, let's move on to the second function. Sometimes be allows a verb that normally doesn't take an object to do so. In other words, it makes the verb transitive. That means the action now affects someone or something directly. For example, fall, befall. Fall is something that happens by itself. You fall down. But befall means for something to happen to someone. Example, tragedy befell the family. Moan becomes bemoan. Moan is just an intransitive action to make a sound of pain or sorrow. But bemoan means to express sorrow for something specific. Example, they bemoaned the loss of their traditions. Set becomes beset. Set by itself means just to place something, but beset means to surround or attack completely. Example, the village was beset by difficulties. See how the prefix be makes the action reach outward? It gives the verb a target or an object. Finally, be can also intensify a verb's meaning, adding a sense of thoroughness or completeness. For instance, deck becomes bedeck. Deck means to decorate, but bedeck means to decorate richly or all over. Example, the hall was bedecked with flowers and lights. Siege becomes besiege. Besiege means to surround or attack persistently. It's more forceful than just attack. Example, the city was besieged by enemy troops. Labor becomes belabor. Labor means to work, but belabor means to overwork or to emphasize something too much. Example, he belabored the same point again and again. In each of these examples, be adds a strength. It makes the action more complete, intense, or continuous. So you can see the prefix be wasn't just a little decoration. It was a tool for transformation, helping English grow and expand its meanings in creative ways. Let's go through some more words that begin with the prefix be, which are test-worthy.
Bedevil means to torment or annoy greatly.
Technical problems bedeviled the team all week.
Becloud means to make unclear or obscure.
His explanation only beclouded the main point.
Befog means to confuse or obscure.
The complex instructions befogged the students.
Befuddle means to confuse.
The tricky puzzle befuddled everyone in the class.
Beguile means to charm, often deceptively.
She beguiled the audience with her storytelling.
Behead means to cut off the head.
The criminal was sentenced to behead by the executioner.
Belabor means to overwork or overemphasize.
He belabored the point for over 10 minutes.
Beleaguer means to harass or surround with difficulties.
The small company was beleaguered by financial problems.
Benighted means ignorant or unenlightened.
The villagers were benighted, unaware of modern medicine.
Bequeath means to leave or give as in a will.
She bequeathed her jewelry to her granddaughter.
Berate means to scold or criticize harshly.
The coach berated the players after the loss.
Bereaved means left in grief due to death.
The bereaved family received condolences from friends.
Bereft means left in grief due to loss of possession.
He was bereft of hope after losing his job.
Beseech means to ask earnestly or beg.
I beseech you to reconsider your decision.
Beset means to surround or attack completely.
The city was beset by heavy storms all week.
Besiege means to surround or harass.
The castle was besieged by enemy troops.
Besmirched means disdain or damage someone's reputation.
He tried to besmirch her good name with lies.
Besotted means very affectionate or extremely drunk.
He was besotted with love for her.
Bespeak means to indicate, request, or reserve in advance.
Her calm demeanor bespeaks confidence.
Bespoke means custom-made, from bespeak.
He wore a bespoke suit tailored in Italy.
Bestow means to give or present as in an honor or gift.
The queen bestowed a medal upon the hero.
Betray means to reveal or hand over connected to treason.
He betrayed his friend by sharing the secret.
Betrothed means a person engaged to be married.
She introduced her betrothed at the family dinner.
Bewail means to mourn loudly.
The villagers bewailed the loss of their homes.
Bewitch means to charm or enchant as if by magic.
The magician bewitched the audience with his tricks.
All right, everyone. I hope this session has been helpful in understanding and remembering words with the be prefix. Before we finish, here's an important warning. Not all words that begin with be come from the Old English prefix we've been studying. Some actually come from Latin roots, such as bene, which means good. Examples of these include beneficial, benevolent, and benign. These words are completely different in both origin and meaning, so don't confuse them with the be prefix words we've covered today. Thank you so much for joining this session, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Keep exploring these fascinating words. The more you practice, the easier it will be to remember and use them.